It's not a fashion statement, okay? My eyes are very sore. It's Saturday. I had a pretty heavy Friday night. My eyes are very bloodshot. It's not something you want to see. Um, Not a fashion statement, as you can clearly see. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Yeah, Halloween 1978, as promised. Yep, I will be going into detail, but not, excuse me, I will not be going into massive details about things you already know. Because if you've clicked on this video, like I've said in previous videos, you already have a knowledge of the Halloween franchise. Am I right? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I mean, when I make these things, when I make these Halloween chats, not reviews, I don't like calling them reviews, um, I don't, I just assume you've seen these films. So maybe at the beginning of each one I should say spoiler alert, maybe. Um, yeah, maybe I should. Something for me to think about. Anyway, cracking on. Oh, look at this. There it is. Can you see it? Yeah. Let's try and make that straight. Let's be a little bit more professional. Yeah. Halloween, 1978, directed by John Carpenter and produced by the late great Deborah Hill, who is truly missed by all Halloween fans. Very, very tragic. I'm going to break this down into parts. I'm not going to be sitting here talking about Halloween for the next hour. I could talk about Halloween for 24 hours, probably even longer. But I'm not going to be doing that. I want to break it down and talk about what I really love about this film and why it's not just my favorite Halloween film, it's not just my favorite horror film, it's my favorite movie of all time. Bar none. Bar none. So, what better place to start than the beginning, the start, the opening scene, the jack-o'-lantern, the credits rolling up. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just making sure this video doesn't go black on me like it did last week, and I was standing over there like an idiot, and and the video just went all black and dark, and it got messed up, and I don't want that to happen again. And that's not just for your sake, that's for my sake. Standing up for about half hour, 40 minutes over there doing a video, it was tiring. It was. I don't care what you say, it was. Anyway, yeah, I love the opening scene to Halloween 1978. We see the credits. Okay, you're thinking, okay, they're just credits. But it's the way it's done. This is a genius. That is John Carpenter. And the jack-o'-lantern, you know, one side, and the credits, I believe, on the other. And yeah, that's and the music. Of course, the music is what makes Halloween Halloween. It's one of the biggest factors in the entire franchise, and the sound effects. Anyway, I'm jumping ahead. I don't want to do that. I want to break this down a little bit. As I may or may have not mentioned before, these videos take a hell of a long time for me to upload because of my crappy internet connection, okay? I know it seems I'm blaming everybody but me, but today. But no, I just want to break this down. Anyway, I love the opening scene to Halloween, the credits. If you've seen the film, Anyway, yeah. Tell me what you think about the opening scene to Halloween. I know a lot of people, me included, prefer the opening scene to Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. And I think I do too. But we're not talking about Halloween 4, are we? No. We're talking about Halloween, 1978. Okay. The scene next, the first proper scene, rather than credits rolling, is Michael Myers, at the age of 6 years old, killing his older sister, Judith, in her bedroom just after making love to her boyfriend. And that was one quick session. And how long did that last? I mean, I think even Bob later on in the movie lasted longer. Am I right? Going off topic again. I do that. If you watch my other videos, you probably noticed I do that a lot. I go off on tangents, but we're shooting the breeze. We're just chatting, right? We're just chatting. I'm just gonna have a, yeah. This isn't to look cool, okay? This is just purely what they call the hair of the dog, you know? It's just, bear with me. Just talk amongst yourselves, God's sake. Oh. Anyway, yeah, what's next? Yeah, that seems creepy. That seems creepy. Um, as you may or may not know, the hand we see open up the kitchen door drawer is actually the hand of the aforementioned Deborah Hill. And she had such tiny hands, you could truly believe this was the hand of a 6-year-old boy. Although at the time, it sounds ridiculous now, we weren't supposed to know. We was not supposed to know the killer in this scene was a 6-year-old child. I can only imagine seeing that scene in the cinema, in the movie theater, and actually, yeah, you know, he stabs his sister to death, comes down the stairs, out the front door, his parents are standing there, and there's this moment of complete silliness. Yeah, it's not one of my favorite. See, I love the movie, and as you may or may not know, I want to stay positive. I want to talk about things that are positive about the series, because I see so many YouTubers out there talking about things they don't like about Halloween. And that's why when I did my video, when I was ranking the Halloween films in my personal order, when I talked about Rob Zombie's H2, I didn't talk about it for very long, because I hate it. You know, to me, it's garbage. So I'm not going to talk about the scene too long where, you know, the parents, Michael's parents, see little Mikey with the clown mask and the clown costume, and the knife in his hand, dripping with blood. There is one YouTuber that talked about this scene, and I'm not going to say any names, not yet anyway. He basically called this a something or other moment. You know, I can't think of I don't know the terminology he used. Something I've never heard of. And he said it was a creative choice for them to do that. Maybe it was. Yeah. I'm not taking anything away from this YouTuber's, from this guy's comment. But to me, when this whole scene gets ruined, not the whole scene gets trashed and I don't like it, but if you are a mother and you're with your husband and you see your 6-year-old little boy outside your home, your family home, in a Halloween costume on Halloween night, with a knife in his hand, dripping with blood, would you really put your hands in your pockets? Now, this is what I'm talking about. When this is what I mean. When that YouTuber, do you like my shirt, by the way? I'm job hunting. I need it. Well, there's trousers or slacks. I need it. And I should have moved it. Forgive me. Yeah, I mean, that taints that entire scene for me. I mean, the hands in the pockets. And we hear the classic Michael from the dad. But the mum seems very calm about all this. The mum doesn't seem to give a shit. And it, this is what I'm saying about what the other YouTuber said about that scene. He credits the scene. He loves that moment. I don't. I find it kind of corny. Anyway, positive thinking, people. Positive thinking. And like I say, I don't want to. How long have we been going for right now? Okay, it won't let me see. I should have looked at the clock. But anyway, I don't want to make this any longer than 15 minutes, if at all possible. You're probably thinking, well, he's getting close. He's getting close. Maybe. Um, anyway, the next scene, we cut to 1978. And it's the night before Halloween. And Dr. Sam Loomis and Nurse Marion Chambers, I think her name is, they're on their way to Smith's Grove Sanitarium, where Michael has been incarcerated for the last 15 years. Yeah, what's not to love about that scene? And talking about that scene, that moment in the film, don't get me wrong, the film is still scary, and it will always be scary because it's simple. A man, the boogeyman, hunting or stalking, I should say, babysitters on Halloween night. It's always going to be current. It's always going to be scary. But we got to be honest, guys. It's not as scary as it used to be. Not for me, anyway. I love the film. I watch it every Halloween religiously. Okay. Every Halloween night, I watch the original. This. Okay. Excuse me. But like I say, this one still creeps me out. This particular moment, I'm 37 years old, at least for 2 more days, I think. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I love this moment. They're driving up, and Dr. Sam Loomis has already made it very clear he never ever wants Michael to be released. And as they drive up, it's a rainy, stormy night. Great direction, great cinematography by Dean Cundy. Yeah, and we see the car. Yeah, I've lost my train of thought for a second. Okay, it happens after a heavy Friday night. Have you had a heavy Friday night? I don't want to assume, you know. Anyway, we see Donald Pleasance as Sam Loomis and Marion Chambers. I can't remember the name of the actress who plays Marion Chambers, but we see them drive up. She's driving, and look, if you heard that, that's again not to look cool, okay? Because it's not cool. There's nothing cool about drinking alcohol, okay? I don't want to turn this into a production of AA or anything, but it's not to look cool. It's hair of the dog, pure and simple, you know? Anyway, I love the scene because when they get to the sanitarium, when they're pulling up, and if you remember, Dr. Sam Loomis, pull up to the main gate. Go on, move. Something like that. We see these patients, we see these mental patients outside the grounds of the sanitarium. And they're all in their hospital gowns, their white throw-over hospital gowns, and they're just wandering, literally just wandering around. Like Nurse Chambers says, or asks, I should say, since when did they let them wander around? And the classic John Carpenter Halloween theme kicks in, and when they're pulling up, yeah, they see that. And I gotta say, that still to this day sends a chill, a shiver up my spine. It really does. There are other scenes in Halloween and moments and little bits that still spook me a little bit. But that one I have to point out because it's shot so incredibly well, and you can't really, even on the Blu-ray, which I have, you can't really make out the faces of these inmates, of these the mental patients. But here's where the genius of Donald Pleasance kicks in. And I don't care what anybody says. You can be directed to hell and back, okay? You can have all the advice, direction thrown at you in the world. But you have to make it your own. And that's what Donald did. That's what Donald, were we friends? That's what Mr. Pleasance did in this film. I went from informal to too formal then, didn't I? No, he knows. You just get a feeling that Sam Loomis knows Michael is responsible for this. Yeah, that's what I get from that scene. That's what I get from that particular moment in Halloween, and that's why he looks so shit scared, because not through some Halloween 5 telepathic relationship to Michael. No. I think, I could be totally wrong on this. It's just what I get. I mean, we all get different emotions and feelings and shit like that when we're watching movies, and that's what I get from that particular scene. Dr. Loomis, I think, seems to know that Michael is responsible for these patients walking around, or should I say, wandering around. And it's creepy. Even to this day, it's creepy. And then we go on to the scene where Michael jumps on top of the car, and Sam Loomis is out and about investigating. It's a sunny day, and the sun keeps moving. So if the light in this video, yep, did it again, I think. If the light in this video is bad, let me know. I'll try and sit somewhere else. But you gotta let me know. If you don't comment down below and let me know, I'm not gonna know what bothers you. I am proud, however, of the audio now. I do have better audio. It's not fantastic. It's not Hollywood standard by any means. But it's better than it was. I do like the audio I'm using now. It was all just fartassing around with my laptop, and I found a way to do it, and I gave myself a big, yeah. We go on from that scene. Yeah. Like I said, Michael Myers jumps on top of the car, and Nurse Chambers is the only one now inside this car. And she's freaked out, as you would be. She's scared to death. I don't think she knows it's Michael. I don't think that. But you're gonna remember this as soon as I say spanner in hand, or wrench. Wherever you come from, you may call this a different something different. Look, this when Michael is trying to get into the car, which he does, and he drives that car very well, considering he's never had one, I assume, driving lesson in his life. He drives this car very well, but he gets into the car by breaking the window. And this is what I'm talking about when I said spanner in hand. Back in the day on VHS, you couldn't see it. If you did, kudos. I never saw it. He did. Well, not him, me. On DVD, and especially on the Blu-ray, you can clearly see Nick Castle And it was Nick Castle. It wasn't a stuntman. That scene, we see Nick Castle as Michael Myers for the first time. And you can clearly see, as he smashes the window, you can see he's got a wrench strapped to his hand, or spanner. I call it a spanner. And it's supposed to be his hand, but it's not. It is in the script, but we see that. And Nurse Chambers gets out of the car, and Michael Myers gets in and makes his way to Haddonfield, Illinois, as we now know, to look for his younger sister, Laurie Strode, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, of course. Anyway, I love that scene. That scene, like I said, Halloween is still going to be scary in 100 years' time, in theory. But it's even now, it's not as scary as it used to be. But that scene in particular still gives me the creeps. And there are other scenes. Anyway, I'm going to stop it right there because, first of all, I mean, you may not want to sit there and watch, like I say, an hour-long video of an in-depth review of a chat of Halloween. You may not want to. So I'm going to break it down. And this is part 1. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Again, I apologize for and there it is. I mean, is it listening to me? Can it hit? And again, maybe you can't see it, I can see it, and maybe it won't pick up on video and you'll think I'm a complete and utter dickwad for even bringing it up. But if it bothers you, let me know and I will try and fix it. If you can't see it, just say, what the hell are you talking about, Rich? Yeah, I'm going to stop it there. And when I come back, maybe it's me moving. Anyway, when I come back, I'm going to be continuing my Halloween chat, my 1978 Halloween chat. Not a review, a chat. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it and have a very good and productive day. Yeah, take care of yourselves and one another. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you.